Manchester United nil, Everton 1. Wow! What a game! Everton broke two records yesterday. One, Everton gave themselves red card. Man U had no day. To be honest, Man U had no day. Second record was that Everton from reliable sources won Manchester United for the first time at Old Trafford with a man down. And that record they broke yesterday. Please, this video is very interesting. Be patient. Walk with us through to the end of this video. We are going to unpack a lot of things that will excite you. Let's dive in straight. Now, this game started with an early red card to Everton, courtesy of Ghana, Gueye, and Michael Kane altercation. Ghana actually didn't feel satisfied with what the defenders did. I think one of the Man U players actually missed a shot, a goal. He approached Kane. What's going on? Defenders, what are you guys doing? Because he was trying to show passion. Michael didn't take it too. Michael just pushed him. The moment Michael pushed him, he retaliated with a slap, and that was how the red card came. It didn't end there. The goalkeeper of his own goalkeeper, was trying to hold him and all that. He held the guy at his neck, very tight, and that was a sign of aggression. After the red card, VAR checked it and said no, there was an aggression, one, on the goalkeeper. Two, there was also an aggression, a violent act, on Michael Kane. The reason why the decision of the referee was affirmed, and then he left the field, which means he's going to serve a full 3-man ban. And that's the big problem for FT because that guy is an integral part of their project. He's very busy, midfielder, extremely good. That said, the match started. We were thinking that with that red card, FT will be humbled. FT will go down. FT will begin to defend. Bro, no way. FT gave it back to Man U. They were pressing Man U. I think that was why Man U started having problem. We were thinking that the coach of Man U will tell their guys, man, capitalize on this situation, ginger these boys some more, capitalize on this situation, and then push this guy because they're already confused. You can see quarrels amongst all of them. Push them and then get something out. No way. Man U just watch these guys while everything started pushing them. Everything pushed them to the point that everything had to score. Courtesy of Drew Brees Hall. The guy actually did a wonderful one. It was a sweet goal, very lovely goal, And then while that was going on, we were thinking too that after scoring that goal, maybe they'll come back to play a low block, for where these guys they press Man U. They were pushing Man U here and there. They took over the midfield, they were pushing game, they were passing game very, very well, I think that's one of the problems this Man U side has. The problem is that Man U play individual games, individual football. Fernandez Holboy, he want to score. Mbeumo Holboy, he want to score. Ahmad Holboy, he want to score. Just like that, that's how they play. Their defenders want to come and score and all that. There was no teamwork as far as I'm concerned. From my view yesterday, there was no teamwork among Man U players. And then this particular game goes to the coach. The moment everything scored, he was supposed to strategize, how we're going to do to counter these guys and all that. Yes, they had one or two chances, Zagzi missed about 2 good chances I saw there, he couldn't convert them. And Dogu too had one goalkeeper, he could not score. So Man U were very wasteful yesterday, extremely wasteful, and that was very bad. Even with the issues of Everton having a man down, Man U should have capitalized on that and be able to push them back, equalize at least, if not winning, at least equalize. Man U could not do that. It was a big disappointment because the fans are actually furious with both the coach and the players. But let us give you the stats for that game yesterday. Manchester United had a total shot of 23 and then only 6 on target. Is that not disturbing? They had total possession of 70. You might possessing ball for 70%. You have possession of 70%, but nothing came out of that possession. So football has gone beyond that, and that's why football is applying science now. You possess ball, you'll be able to get something out of it. You cannot possess 70%. End of the day, you cannot show anything for it. That is not acceptable. Everton has a shot of 2, only 2. And then on target, 1, and that was the goal that was scored. Lovely. You can hold all your possession, yeah, but I win you. That's what Everton did yesterday. Hold all the possession, hold all the ball. I have a space, I have a chance, I convert my chance. Sweet. That is football. That is modern football. So that was what happened on that. So on the table now, Man U is at the 10th position. Everton 11th position. In fact, they're in the same position, just that there was a goal difference between them. The reason why it looks like Man U is 10, Everton is 11. They're on the same 18 points. It's just the goal difference. Now, imagine the difference between Manchester United and Arsenal, who is on top. Arsenal is 29. Manchester United is 18. Very huge. So for this season, nothing got Man U to that top position. I think they should be praying to God that they get to top four, which is not even possible because the guys ahead of them, are doing very, very well. And this season, football has shown us that there's nothing like big four, big six again. No, any person can be up there. Any person can be up there. So every person has to play very hard. The reason why Manchester United has to go back to the house, they strategize, and be able to look at where they're having flaws and then fix it. But if they keep doing what they are doing, I don't know where the problem is coming from. Is it coming from the three-back line that people have been talking about for a very long time? Is it coming from their wingers? And then this mix between Mbemo and Ahmad, maybe he may have to change it. Don't be playing both of them. Don't play both of them and see if that could also help. Because Mbemo actually cannot be inverting. Mbemo is a winger. He does well in that side of the wing. Ahmad is also good in that place. Why don't you bench one of them? Maybe you can bench Ahmad first of all and see what happens. If Mbemo is not doing well, second half you can bring in Ahmad. That's how it is. That's how most coaches does. They sample and see which one is the best, and they have strategy to get their result out of any game they do. But fortunately, Man U is not there. If they are just playing individual games, Mbemo Hoboy want to score, he shoot wide. Fernandez Hoboy want to score, he shoot wide. Ahmad Hoboy want to score, he shoot wide. There is no coordination, amongst all of them, and that is a big problem for Manchester United. They may have to review their strategy. They may have to come back to be able to think of what are we not doing right and be able to do it right. Otherwise, man, last season, this season will be worse than last season. So that is it for Manchester United. Thank you for seeing our video. If you are seeing us for the first time, please do well, I beg. Subscribe to our channel. Like and share our video. We are always here to give you back-to-back football updates, just like what we did now. Share it so other people can also see what we are doing. It's also a form of support for us. Thank you very much. Bye.